I'm recording this to the cloud. All right, we'll start standing at the back of our mat. Make sure you're aware of what's behind you and what's beside you. Because we're going to close our eyes for a moment. But first, I'd like us to set up our feet, take a peek down at them, go 2 fists to armpit distance apart. With an inhale, gently rock forward on your toes. Exhale, gently roll back to your heels. Just lightly float your toes up, not enough to throw your balance off. We'll take that breath and float forward. Let it go. Gently rock back to the heels. Just warming up the fascia of our feet. And we'll inhale forward again. Exhale, gently rock back, just floating those toes up. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale, rock back, grounding those heels down. Now as you pick up the toes, go from that baby toe all the way to the big toe ball on it. Just anchor that down. Take a peek down at the feet. Make sure the middle toe is in line with the heel and kneecaps looking forward. With your next inhale, let the arches collapse. Let your ankles come towards each other, but don't let the little toe bones come up. As you exhale, lift back up to those arches. We'll inhale, let them collapse towards each other, moving through the ankles. Exhale, gently pull them back up. We'll inhale, let them collapse again. Exhale them back up for 3, 2 more. Inhale, let them collapse. Exhale them back up for 4. And inhale, let them come towards each other. Exhale them up for 5. Feel that strong foundation. Start to pull the kneecaps up, just softly. With this next inhale, just break through them and bend a little bit. Exhale, push back through those strong feet. Inhale, let them bend a little bit. Press back through the feet. One more. And we'll stay up here. Pull them up tall and long. Feel how your femurs start to rotate. We're going to let the tailbone drop. Pull the abs in and up. Let's pick the ribs up with an inhale. Keeping that foundation from the bottom. Just lifting your chest to the sky. Gaze just follows. Exhale, close back in. Feel those abdominals. Inhale, gently lift up the ribs. Exhale, close them. Inhale them, float them up. I'm going to close them back. 2 more. Inhale, float up. Exhale, close. And inhale, lift them up. I'm going to close them, keep them there. Recheck everything. Legs are long, kneecaps pulled up. Tailbone is heavy. You'll lift the shoulders up straight to the ears with an inhale. Exhale, back down and around on the ribs. Inhale, float them up. Exhale, back down and around the ribs. One more. Inhale, float them up. Exhale, down and around on the ribs. And with this one, pick them up and keep them back on the ribs. Keep the chest nice and open. Leading with your thumbs, gently turn the palms forward, facing the same way you are. Then rotate them back. Inhale them forward again, leading with that thumb. Exhale back, and one more. We're going to keep them there. Pick where you'd like your head. If you'd like to give your neck a little bit of length and let it tip, or if you want to keep your gaze straight forward. Start to reach out through your toes, and I'd like you to close your eyes for 4 breaths. So it's a big breath in, and a big breath out. Another breath in. And a breath out. One more big breath in. And let that breath go. Gently open your eyes. Let your shoulders relax. Give yourself a shoulder roll or 2 and turn your palms back towards your body. And let's prepare for 5 squats. Take a peek at your feet. Make sure this is a comfortable position. If you need it a little bit wider, don't go past your shoulders, so you're not going to go past armpit length. But if you have a little bit of a narrow stance to start with, take a breath here. We're going to exhale, sit back, pause here, take a breath, exhale, press the ground away with the feet. Take a breath, exhale, sit back, press again with the feet. Take that breath and sit back. Involve the glutes this time, feet and glutes as you come up. And we'll exhale back. Inhale, press with the feet and the glutes. And we'll add another layer to this. Blow through the straw as you come up. Start to warm the abdominals. Take that breath. Let it go. Now take a breath. Exhale. Take a breath. Exhale, sit back. Let it go. Take a breath. Exhale. One more layer. Take that breath. Exhale, sit back. Take that breath. As you're blowing, pull the shoulder blades down to the ribs. Take that breath and sit back. Let it go. Take a breath. Exhale, press away. Pull the arms down. Tighten those glutes. Take a breath. We'll sit back with an exhale. Take a breath. Let's press the ground away. Tighten the glutes. Tighten those abs. Let's do one more. Take a breath. You're going, oh my gosh, so many things to have in place. And press away. Pull the shoulder blades down and tighten the abdominals. Big shoulder roll here. Now we're going to keep the arms nice and open. We're going to rotate the palms forward and now squeeze through the shoulder blades with an inhale. Keep your abs in and up. Exhale, gently release. We'll inhale, squeeze, and release for 2. Inhale, squeeze, and release for 3. Inhale, squeeze, release for 4. Inhale, squeeze, release for 5. Keeping those palms open, we're going to take them on up overhead with an inhale. Exhale, turn them back out, reach away, fingers are spread, just pull down. We're going to go into a roll down real slowly. Inhale, float the arms back up, but involve the neck this time. As you exhale, just gently tip through that cervical spine. Gaze is going to go down, pull those shoulder blades down. Inhale, float up, feet closer together, Scott. Exhale, involve the thoracic spine, so just above mid-shoulders, closer together. Inhale, float up. Exhale, go middle of the back as you float down this time. Inhale up. Exhale, take it onto your waistline. Take that back up. Take it to the top of the hips. Inhale up. Take it mid-thigh. One more, and then we're going to hold, because I'm going to assume everybody's hamstrings are tight, and we're probably at that point. Go to just about, knee. Find that spot where you can still keep the legs straight, because we're in a roll down, not a forward fold, so you don't want knees bent for this. Let your hands come away from your body, so you're not grabbing your shins. They're not in line with your feet. They're about 8 to 10 inches ahead of your feet. Palms are turned in. Mr. Oring, I need you to straighten your legs, so roll back up and come back down. You can start to pedal through now. Make sure you're breathing. Everybody's going, tight hamstrings, tight hamstrings. And we're working on gently opening them up. Keeping those feet, we've never lost that anchor from the feet, I hope. Even out your pedal, and now soften into your fold. Let the knees go soft. The hands can come towards the feet, but again, don't grab your shins. Don't try to grab your feet. Just let them come down that way. And with this next breath, ground through the feet. If you lost it, exhale your way up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way back up, we'll bring the arms up tall. Palms are looking towards each other. Fingers are spread wide like starfish. Find that anchor from below the waist. The tailbone is heavy. Ribs are closed. Abdominals are closed. With your inhale, reach up out of the shoulders, but keep those ribs closed. Exhale, pull them down. We'll inhale them up. Exhale, pull for 2. One more. Pull for 3. We're going to rotate through the ribs to the right 3 times. Inhale as you rotate. Keep those hips looking forward. Exhale, come back center. We'll inhale, rotate. Exhale, center 2. One more. Bring that center 3 into the left. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Stay here. Now we're going to put this as part of our roll down, because we'll eventually make our way down to the mat. We're going to go 3 for that right side. So let's just gently turn our ribs here where it's still comfortable. On your exhale, reach out through the fingers, think long. Start to roll down outside that pinky right toe. Keep the legs long, don't bend, so again, we're going to roll down. When you get to that point, hold here for a breath, then take a breath, press the ground away, use those glutes that we warmed up. reach back up. Take a breath here up top. Rotate the palms out, reach those fingers, gently roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Good, take a breath here. Let it go. Take another breath. Exhale, press the ground away, rolling back up. One more this side. Let that breath go as you gently nod through the head. Roll through that thoracic spine. Hit that lumbar and the hips. Hammies getting warmer, I hope. Take that breath. Press the ground away. Gently come up. Pause here. Rotate your torso center. Then take it to the left side. Breath here. As you exhale, reach to those fingers. Gently fold outside that left pinky toe. Just notice the difference from side to side. Now take that breath. Gently bring yourself back up. Take a breath. Reaching through those arms. Hopefully that's getting warmer, a little bit looser through that thoracic spine as we have all this movement and breath. Breath here. Let it go. Then take your breath. Roll back up. One more here, then we'll slowly make our way down to the mat. And exhale as you go outside that left pinky toe. Pause here for that breath. Let it go, and then take your breath to bring you back up. We'll pause, come back center, and with this exhale, gently roll down, roll down, one breath, and then straight legs for those roll downs, and then go into your fold, and start to gently walk your hands forward to bring yourself down to a table. Once you're there, start with your feet. Middle toe is in line with your heel and in line with the middle of the knee. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips and your hands are spread right underneath the shoulders, a little bit more into the armpits. With a big inhale, lift up those shoulders, roll them back so the chest is open. Press to the tops of the feet, draw the abs in and up, and engage your pelvic floor here. We're going to go for those arm bone turns. With an inhale, rotate through the biceps forward, so you're moving through your wrist and through your shoulder. Exhale, rotate them back behind you. We'll inhale them, creases look forward to those elbows. Exhale them back. This is mitten sitting here. We'll inhale it forward. Exhale them back for 3. Inhale forward. Exhale back for 4. 4 more. It's okay if they don't move like you want them to. We're still warming up. If you've had an injury, it may not. For 6. Inhale that forward for 7. And back. And last one. And back. Give yourself that shoulder roll again. Let everything go for a moment. Then find that strong table. You're pushing away from the tops of the feet and your hands. And now we're going to do a few of the scap squeezes here in the prone position. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let the chest depress. Inhale, press the ground away. Feel those shoulder blades go wide. We'll inhale, gently drop down. Exhale, press away tall. Keeping the spine nice and stable as you squeeze on your exhale. Inhale, press away. So don't turn into a cat-cow. And we'll exhale, release. Inhale, come back up tall. One more. Gently release. Press away tall. Now it's time for a couple of cat-cows. We're going to release that abdominal engagement. And let's start with an inhale. Lifting the chest forward. Shoulder blades slide down. Tailbone goes to the sky. Gaze goes forward. Exhale, drawing those abdominals in, rolling up into that angry Halloween cat position, keeping those feet pressing into the ground. Inhale, gently lifting forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine, leading with your pelvis. Inhale, heart looks forward, shoulder blades down. Exhale, spine goes towards the sky. One more here. Inhale. Opening up that chest, using the breath to get all those small muscles. Exhale, use that pelvis, round on through. Let's find our strong table here. Draw those shoulder blades down. Pretend that if you were going to make a crease in your mat, that you're pulling through the heels of your hands and your knees towards each other and start to really engage those shoulders. Now let's pull the abs in and up and engage the pelvic floor. Hold this for another breath here. Keep that abdominal position. Start to go light on that right hand and float it up. Keep that tension with the rest of the body. Float that right arm forward, thumb is up, pinky is down. And let's draw small circles through that shoulder. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try to keep that tension with the rest of the body. Circle through the wrists for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right hand down to join the rest of your body. Recreate that tension if you lost it. Abdomen up, pelvic floor. Pulling the mat towards each other using the lower body and the upper body. Now, let's float that left arm forward. Stay heavy on those other 3 limbs and keeping that tension if you can. Thumb is up, pinkies down. Small circles through the shoulder. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And through the wrists. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here's my count. Draw the arm on in. Let the tension go. Give yourself a cat-cow here. Leading with the pelvis. Just move a little bit. You can sway side to side. Your cat-cows can go side to side. And then let's drop on our elbows. Take the tension out of our wrists. Still keeping the elbows right in line with the armpits, so they're right directly underneath. Do that little safety check to make sure they're not too wide or too narrow. Pinkies can be down or palms can be down. Just depends on your range of motion. And now let's pull those abs in and up, pelvic floor engaged. Start pulling and making that crease again. We're going to tuck our right toes and slide that leg back. Take a little peek underneath to make sure that middle toe is down and in line with your heel, and that your hip's not popping up, that they're as level as you possibly can. With that full ab engagement, let's flex through that foot a little bit more, and then squeeze your glute to pick it up. Keeping that tension there and circle through this hip for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pausing here, keeping the foot just lightly flexed down, circle through the ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point your toe, gently slide it in. Give yourself a cat-cow here. And then reset yourself up for the second side. Make sure the arms are still in alignment. Start to create that tension. And then slide that left leg long, foot is flexed. Guess that won't work. I'll hit Mr. Orange if I try to go sideways demo. Check your hip, check your toes, check your heel. Keep that ab engagement. Take that flex a little deeper, giving yourself that nice stretch for a moment. Then let's squeeze the glute and lift. Try to make that wrinkle. Here we go with circles through the hip. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now through that ankle. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently point the toes, slide it in. Gently go into child's pose. Send the arms long so the elbows do not touch. We're going to stay active here with it, keeping the energy and the heat that you've already built, because we're going to take it to the next level now since you're nice and warm. Big breath in and let that go. With this next inhale, draw yourself on up. Find your strong table again. Take that peek back at your feet. Make sure the toes in line with the heel. Tops of the feet are down. And let's take our hands wide. For everyone, they're going to be outside their mat. We're going to go for 5 push-ups. If push-ups aren't in your wheelhouse, gently roll over and grab your weights. Take your breath. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, lower. Stay in this table. Press away too. Things are going to get harder. And lower press away 3, and lower, press away 4, feet are down, lower, press away 5. Walk the hands back in, find that strong table, draw your shoulder blades down, abs are just in, because it's time to start to work them now in the prone position. Start to go heavy on that left hand and right shin. I'm going to float the right arm long, pinky is down, tuck your left toes, slide it back. Take that peek through to make sure the hip alignment is good. Inhale as you float those limbs up through the glute, reaching through the arm. Exhale, tighten the belly, tap down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap 2. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tap 3. Float up, look as strong as you exhale. And float, tap 4. Inhale up, exhale down 5. Now inhale up, stay here. Take the right arm to the right corner of the mat, left leg to the left corner of the mat. Breath here, exhale, blow through that straw, tighten the belly, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, lift for 2. Exhale, lower, lift for 3. Exhale, lower, lift for 4. Exhale, lower, lift and hold here for 5. Bring the arm back in alignment with the spine. Now bring the leg, float the arm in. Keep it here, right underneath your shoulders. Leg is still lifted and it's still flexed. Abs are just firm. 5 tricep push-ups. Let your elbows turn those creases forward. Elbows come towards your body. Take a breath. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, lower. Press away 2. Exhale, lower. Press away 3. It doesn't have to be a big drop. Just working those triceps. Come back up. Take that arm back up. You're going, oh, pull the shoulder blade down. Now turn your palm down towards the ground. Leading with your pinky finger and your shoulder blade, start to take it to your side and pull through your shoulder blade. Now rotate that left leg so the arch is looking down. Use your quad to bring it up towards your left hip. Good. Keep the abs in and up. Try to stay stable. You're an awkward airplane, and yes, it's awkward. One more breath here. Turn the thumb up, bring the arm back around, and gently bring it down. Use your glute and your hamstring to bring the leg back. Rotate it down, gently bring it in. Sit back in the child's pose. Let the elbows go down, give yourself a rest. 2 breaths. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Another breath in, and let that breath go. With this next breath, prepare yourself. We're going to gently come up and find our table again. Give yourself a cat-cow or 2. It can be a moving cat-cow from side to side, just to get something there to prepare yourself. Take that peek back at the feet, set yourself up. Hands underneath the shoulders, abs are just in. Now start to grow heavy on the opposing side. We're going to float that left arm out, pinky is touching. Tuck the toes of that right foot, slide back. Take your peek through and make sure everything's in alignment. Heel is down, in line with that baby toe. Inhale and float those limbs up using the glute. Exhale, tighten the belly and tap down. Inhale, squeeze and lift, and tap down 2. Inhale, squeeze and lift, and tap down 3. Inhale, squeeze and lift, tap down 4. Squeeze and lift and hold here. Use no stabilizers. Check out where everything's at. Make sure the hip's not popped up. Take that left arm to the left corner of your mat. Now let's take the right leg to the right corner of the mat. And here we go again. Breath here. Exhale, tap down, tighten the belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift 2. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, lift 3. Exhale, tap down. And lift 4. Exhale, tap down. And lift 5. Gently draw the arm back in. Bring it in and down. Last of the push-ups. Bring that leg in. Hold it here. Foot is still flexed. Abs are firm. Turn those elbow creases forward. And let the elbows come towards you. Breath. Exhale, lower. Press the ground away. Exhale, lower. press away 2. Exhale, lower, press away 3. Exhale, lower, press away 4. Exhale, lower, press away 5. We're going to float that arm back out. We've got the awkward airplane to do on this side. Everybody's going, oh! Now turn the palm down. Lead with your pinky and that shoulder blade and pull this to your side. Good. Keep those abs in and up and engage your pelvic floor if you do need it. By all means, rotate that leg outward from the hip. Use your quad to draw it forward. If it comes in line with that right hip, great. If it just moves 2 inches, it's moving, and that's what counts. We're working those stabilizers, taking our body weight away from the spine, which makes it very challenging. One more breath here. And then we rotate through the thumb, turn that arm, bring it back forward, sweep it down. Gently use that quad, glute, and hamstring to bring the leg back. Turn it down, fold it in, sit back into child's pose, 4 breaths. Nice big breath. Letting everything calm down. Positions like that do get the heart rate back up. Mr. Oren here is grunting and groaning, just so you know. He said, no, I'm not. He's like, there's little noises coming, so I know he's still alive. Give yourself 1 more breath here. Then gently let it go. Our next section, we will use weights if you like. Remember, your arms do weigh something, so if you don't want them, don't feel the need to have them. And if you have a small ball, go ahead and grab it. We're going to start out by placing it between our knees. If you need a little extra cushion, roll out your mat if you didn't already grab something that you knew you needed for comfort for kneeling positions. And if this starts to make your hamstrings cramp, just take it on out. Once you have it there, if you're using a small pillow, take a peek back at your feet, go into that alignment, pressing through the shins, middle toe in line with the heels. If you're comfortable with weight, go ahead and grab them. You could always do half the set and then just do the other half without. With an inhale, we're going to float that right arm forward, up maybe 12 inches from your body. If you're reaching for a low door handle, exhale, lower down. Left side, inhale, float it up. Exhale, lower. Right side, inhale, float it up. Exhale, pulling through that shoulder blade. 1 more set, and then we'll add on. Float up that right side. Exhale, tighten the belly, pull. Inhale, float up. Exhale, tighten the belly, pull. We're going to add a little baby squat here. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, sit back, creasing through the hips. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, come up. Left arm. Inhale, float up. Exhale, pull. Baby squat. Sit back, squeeze back up. Right arm. Float that arm up. Exhale, pull back. Sit back into your baby squat. Squeeze into the glutes. Left float up. Pull back. Sit into your squat. Both arms, float them up, pull back, sit into your squat, and up. Float both arms up, pull back, sit into your squat, and up. Both arms forward, pull them down at your sides, sit back, squeeze the glutes up, 2 more. Both arms, pull them down at your sides, sit back, squeeze up, tighten those abs. Last one, pull the arms down, sit back, squeeze up, big shoulder roll. We're going to go for a set of lateral raises. Again, not lifting high. Let's do this. If you have weights in both hands, sit your left arm down, and then take that hand and place on your right shoulder. Just for a little reminder for where you should be with your lateral raises. Just gently lift, and when you feel that engaged, that's as far as you go. It should never be up here parallel with your body. The elbow shouldn't be bent, bringing the bicep into it, and it should never, ever be above your shoulder. Where you feel that engaged, that's all you need, and that's what you need for safety. Everybody's body's going to be a little bit different with that. That's one of those identifiable spots that if it's been x-rayed, that they could identify you, like your teeth. So with that, go ahead and grab. If you need to test the other arm real quick. If you're using your weights, go ahead and grab your weights. And we're going to float the arms up with an inhale. Exhale, tighten the belly and pull down. We're going to inhale, float up. Exhale, pull 2. Inhale, float up. Pull 3, pause. Rotate through those ribs to the right. We're going to stay here. Inhale, float from this position. Exhale, tighten the belly. Bring those obliques back in. Inhale, float up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, float up 3. We're going to go for 5 here. And pull. Those first 3 just to warm you up. And exhale, pull. Inhale, float up. Exhale, pull through those abdominals. Come back center. Rotate through the ribs to the left. Inhale, float those arms, reaching long through the fingers. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, float. Exhale, pull 2. Inhale, float. Exhale, pull 3. Inhale, float. Exhale, pull 4. And inhale, float. Exhale, pull 5. Gently rotate back center. Big shoulder roll here. If you have the ball or pillow between your knees, gently go ahead and take it out now because we're going to change our position. We're going to do a little bit of overhead work, and we're going to do some rotational work through the shoulders. So if you're not comfortable with your weight, go ahead and sit it off to the side. And again, your arms do weigh something. Now, from where we're at, we're going to take that right leg forward, going into a low crescent lunge stance, even though that's not what we're going to do with our upper body. Take that big look back at that back foot, left foot, middle toe in line with your heel, in line with that knee crease. Now, coming to your hips, find your plate of glass. Your hips should be in alignment, the pelvis straight across, drop the tailbone. That front foot, make sure the knee is over top of the ankle, and again, the kneecap is with that middle toe. And just draw the abdominals in. Drop the shoulders for a moment. Feel the strength there. Find your grounding. We're going to fold through the elbows. Do a little bicep curl so the hands are near the shoulders. With your exhale, tighten the belly. Push the arms up overhead. Inhale. Fold back down all the way to the shoulders. Take the stress off. 4 more. Exhale. Tighten the belly. Press up to the bottoms of your shoulders. Inhale. Pull back down. Exhale. Press up. Inhale, pull back down for 3. Exhale, press to the bottom of the shoulders, ribs stay steady. Pull for 4. 1 more here. Press up, pull for 5. Gently unfold, sit your weights up to the side. And let's join back up with the arms up, pressing up. We're going to soften through the elbows a little bit, so we are going into that crescent pose, but we got a little work to do here. With your exhale, rotate to the right and stay here for a moment. Take the arms long. If you were going into a very awkward, going the wrong direction, warrior 2. 1 more breath here. Float the arms back up, rotate back center. You know where we're going. Now, open on up to that left side, but first, check where your feet are at, make sure they're still where they need to be. And start to rotate through your hips. That front shin should stay looking forward, letting you open up as that back shin should also. Now grab that left thumb with your right thumb, not with the whole hand. Thumbs connect with it. You gently rotate toward that open left side, pressing out through that right knee so it doesn't start to cave in because it's going to want to. Give yourself some length through your spine. 1 more breath here. We're going to exhale the hands apart. Right hand comes in front of your body, palm down. Left hand goes with that left leg and back. Now gently take your gaze to follow that right hand. Palms are down for both fingers are spread. Make sure you're not leaning into it. I'm going to trans this on into gate pose. Keeping this here, pick up the toes of that left foot. Bring it 15 degrees. So now that left hip and thigh is looking one direction, and that right thigh and hip are still looking forward. To the left, that's that one direction. Now, turn your palms forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together with an inhale. Exhale, release them. Try to reach each opposing wall. Squeeze with an inhale. Exhale, gently release. Squeeze and stay here. Inhale, lift the ribs up. Exhale, close them down. Inhale, lift the ribs. Exhale, close them. And inhale, lift and stay. We're going to gently close our gate here. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Except you know you're being recorded, right? Big breath in. And on your exhale, let the shoulder blades go. Take that left hand, gently let it fall towards the ground. It's going to be in alignment with your knee crease. We're going to straighten that right leg long, flex your foot, toes are to the sky. Gently turn your gaze to follow that right hand. Big stretch here for that hammy. 1 more breath here. And on your exhale, turn your foot down. The sole of the foot can touch. It may just be the big toe bone touching. Go with your flexibility here. Your hand can stay up in the air. You can bring it behind you for a bind. Whichever feels better for you, stay with that. We're going to float that leg on up into the air. We're going to pause here, just a little strength move. Now it's time to work the rest of the leg. Keep your flex, kick it forward, sweep back with a point. Kick it forward, sweep back with a point. Kick it forward 3, sweep back with a point. Kick it forward 4, sweep back with a point. Kick it forward 5, sweep back with a point. Keep your point, sweep forward, flex back hard. Sweep forward, flex back hard, point and sweep forward, flex back hard, point and sweep forward, flex back hard, point and sweep forward, flex back hard. Bring it back in line with your spine. Find that plane of glass. The only thing that's out of your plane of glass right now should be that left shin. We'll gently lower the right leg down. We'll take that right hand, bring it alongside your left hand, gently sweep and spiral your way around and go into child's pose. That was a big long flow. You're going, oh my, we have to do that on the other side. Yes, we do. Let your arms rest, let your head rest. If you need to make little pillows underneath your forehead, go ahead and do that. Nice big breath. Give yourself that rest. Your body worked hard there. 2 more full breaths there. So a big breath in and a big breath out. Another breath in. And we'll let that breath go. With this breath, gently draw the arms towards your body. Tuck your toes if you need to help yourself come up back to that table. Find your cat-cow just to move your spine for a moment. And then have your weights for that second set and final set of overhead presses. If you used weight, have them, again, close nearby. We're going to take now that left leg forward. So we've got to do that beautiful alignment again. Check back for that right foot. See what's going on there. Middle toe in line with your heel with that knee crease. Then find that plane of glass between the hips. That left hip is going to come a little back. The right's going to go a little forward for most of us to keep that there. Then find your alignment with that left knee that's under the ankle. Middle toe is going with that knee crease and your heel. If you use your weights, gently grab your weights. Let them come long at your sides. Pick your shoulders up. Roll them back to open. Close through those abdominals, ribs are knit. Fold into your bicep curl so your hands are starting right at your sides and your palms are looking at you. Take a big breath. Exhale, tighten the belly and press up. Inhale, pull down to the shoulder blades. Exhale, press and pull for 2. Exhale, press and pull for 3. Exhale, press and pull for 4. Exhale, press and pull for 5. Gently fold through those elbows, sit your weights to the side. Find your position again. Everything is knit, everything's in alignment. Bring your hands in that beginning bicep position and press them on up. Big breath here, working those stabilizers. Check the front ankle, make sure you haven't started to kick back into the hip and that knee's over top of that left ankle. And then let's just gently float the arms out. Left arm is going with the left leg, palm down, finger spread, right with the right leg. And now let's do our little awkward turn. Oh, I did that backwards. Right arm is going with the left leg. I guess I get to go run laps in my parking lot, AKA driveway. Go to that awkward warrior two side. Just opening up through those ribs, and as you saw, gives you a little bit extra advantage. Now float the arms back up and take them in the proper alignment. Left with the left, right with the right, fingers spread, shoulder blades down, and keep your gaze forward for a moment, and then turn it as you start to open up your body. So it's looking off at that right side. Both legs are looking directly forward as your hips are going the opposite way. Take a peek to make sure you didn't start to shift through the feet. Keep that left knee pressing out. And now let's float the arms up. The left thumb gets to do the work. Let it grab the right this time. So you go in that opposing way. And just give yourself some length. Nice big breaths here. Open up that spine. Open up those obliques. Keeping the shoulder blades down. Hips are knit. One more breath here. And let's let that breath go. Let's float on now. Pull down through the shoulder blades. Take the gaze forward into our kneeling warrior two, which sometimes can be just as hard as standing. It's a whole different sensation for balance. Blades are down. Gaze is forward. Make sure you're not leaning into it. You don't want to be a leaning warrior. Keep your torso right over top of your hips so you're in that plane of glass. And we're going to prepare for our gate pose on this side. This time what I'd like you to do is rotate your palms up with an inhale. Exhale, rotate them back down. Inhale, rotate them up. Exhale, rotate them down. Inhale, rotate them up. Exhale, rotate them down. Now rotate them to the right side and keep them forward. Gently start to loosen, work with the floor with that right shin and turn it so it's perpendicular. Find your plane of glass again. Your hips may have opened up more, so you may have to do a little shifting. Make sure that left leg is still looking forward and that knee is over the ankle, so don't kick back into it. It's in line with the middle toe and see where your right foot is now, pressing through the top of the feet. Good. Now, lift up through those ribs with an inhale and lower back down. Inhale and lift, lower two. Squeeze the shoulder blades together with this lift and stay here. Nice big breath. Filling the lungs, working the serratus, all three areas of it. You have anterior, posterior, and inferior. One more breath. With your exhale, release those shoulder blades, reach wide. Now let's tip over to close the gate. So that right hand is going to come somewhere near the knee crease on the ground. Fingers are still spread. We're going to slide that left leg long. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Foot is flat, toes are to the sky. Big, big, big stretch here. One more breath. And we're going to gently rotate that foot down so the arch is coming down. Your foot may be flexible, the whole sole may be down. It may just be that big toe wall down. You may have to, it may be tight and you may need to leave the foot up flexed. Find what works for you. It's time to get that little bit of leg strengthening that we did. Now let's squeeze to the glute. I'm going to stay here and work those stabilizers for a moment. Your arm can stay up. It can come down in a bind. Keep the abs in and up. And the only thing that's not in your plane of glass is that right shin. So make sure you still have that plane of glass. So think of that lengthened tailbone. One more breath here. And keep the foot flexed. Here we go. We're going to exhale, kick forward. Inhale, point, sweep back. Exhale, kick forward, point, sweep back 2. Exhale, kick forward, point, sweep back 3. Exhale, kick forward, point, sweep back 4. Exhale, kick forward, point, sweep back 5. Keep your point, sweep forward, take that leg back. Sweep forward, flex back with Sweep forward, flex back with 3. Sweep forward, flex back with 4. Sweep forward, flex back with or 5. Holding here. I know your leg may be quivering, but we're working those stabilizers one last moment. Don't want that left side to get left out because it does a lot. Release your glute, gently lower it down. Sweep that left hand around to the right side. Gently spiral your body around and go into that well-deserved child's pose. Let the elbows rest, let your head rest, let your feet rest, let those abdominals rest. We are almost there. Got a big thumbs up from Scott going, oh, even the cat entertainment didn't want anything to do with today's workout. 2 more breaths here. Big breath in and a big breath out. 1 more breath in. We're going to let that breath go. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers a little bit. And we're going to gently come up to a seated pose. We're going to get some seated bicycles today after a couple half rollbacks to get us there. And then we're just lying down bicycling. Doesn't that sound like great fun? It's much warmer than outside. No helmet needed inside, even though you're thinking you may need one. You can cross your ankles and sit back. You can sweep your feet to the side and sit back. Go with what works better for your body that you're not forcing or causing undue stress on joints. We're going to take our legs into your half rollback position. Whether you like them long, you need to make sure your toes look straight up versus left and right. Depends on how tight your rotators are. If you prefer the knees to be soft, at least the heels on the floor for grounding, but toes and everything are still facing the same way. You need to be able to sit up in neutral spine. That's what we're looking for here. Feet are nicely flexed if they're up. We're going to take our hands, spread the fingers, reach for where the ceiling meets the wall, lean forward through your pelvis. Big inhale here. Exhale, pull those lower abs in as you roll back. Inhale, float back up. Exhale, roll back for 2. Just 1 more. Inhale, float up. Exhale, back for 3. We're going to stack our spine and come up nice and tall. Stay here in this nice tall position. Float the arms down. We're going to find our genie pose. We're going to keep that left leg long and bend that right knee up so the foot is on the ground. Now, use that glute and your quad and lift the left leg up. Let it hover if you can. If you can't, place your ball underneath it. With your exhale, rotate through the ribs to the right, tightening the abs. Inhale, come back center. When you exhale, rotate, center 2. Exhale, rotate, center 3. Exhale, rotate, center 4. Exhale, rotate, center 5, and pause. We're going to change our breathing. Draw that left knee in towards you now. Take a breath here. Exhale, turn. Pause, take a breath. Exhale, back in center. Take a breath. Exhale, turn. Push that leg out. Take a breath. Exhale, come back to the center. 1 more. Take a breath. Exhale, press out through that leg. Take a breath. Exhale your way back in center. Lower that left leg down. Extend that right leg long. Letting it hover or putting your ball underneath it for support. Find your tall spine if you lost it. Good. Take a breath here. Exhale, rotate to the left, tighten the abs. Inhale, back center. Exhale, turn. If your back is feeling weak, you can put something behind your back too. Exhale, turn 3. Come back center. So I want you to work your abs, not your back or your neck. Back center 4. Exhale, turn. Come back center with your breath. Pause. Draw that leg in. You can keep that ball if you've got that there for support. Double breath time. Take a breath. Exhale, tighten the belly. Turn. Push that leg out. Take a breath. Exhale, turn. Come back in. Take a breath. Exhale, turn. Tighten the belly. Good. Take a breath. Exhale, turn back in for 2. 1 more. Take a breath. Exhale, turn. Good. Take that breath. Exhale, back center. If you have a prop there, take it out. Give yourself a very well-deserved forward fold there. Big breath in, big breath out. We're almost there. We really are almost there. One more set of dedicated abdominals. Make sure you're at the front of your mat. If you're not, scoot yourself there. If you need to roll to your side to roll back, roll to your side. If your abdominals are strong, roll back. Just don't want to see this kind of thing. Carefully find your way down. First, find your neutral spine. Take your arms long at your sides. And then we're going to float one leg at a time up into tabletop. Now hollow out your belly from here. Toes are just soft. Float both arms up. Hands are right above at the knees, so you're reaching past your knees. With your exhale, draw the right leg in. Inhale, press it out and switch. Exhale, right leg in. Push and switch. Exhale, right leg in one more time. Push and switch. Come back to tabletop. Hollow out the abs. The left side turn. Take a breath. Exhale, bring that leg in. Push and switch. Exhale that left knee in. Push and switch. Exhale it in. Push and switch. Gently lower one leg down at a time and give yourself a little bridge. Fold your right arm underneath your lower back. Fold your left arm underneath your lower back. You can also use your ball. If you like the traditional bicycle where you're propping yourself up with your hands, go ahead for that. But I thought I'd show this nice modified position for those who may not have done it, may not do it often, may absolutely hate it. So this way you've got some space here. From here, we're going to lift our legs up. I'm going to leave Mr. Oring in that modified position. I'm going to put my hands underneath my hips. We're going to start to pedal in the air, pedaling forward. Abs are in and up. Fold your arms underneath your back, Mr. Oring, because you're on camera. Yes. Fold them. Thank you. Now, push through the heels as you pedal, as you would on your bike. Involve those hamstrings, because they should be working too. 3 more seconds forward. Now, point your toes. Take it back. Pedal backwards. Yeehaw! We're almost that low. Where's one? Dear goodness, what was she thinking today when she got up? Flex your feet. Pushing through. Nice and slow. Nice and calm. Bring the knees together. Gently lower your hips down. Let your feet find the floor. Take your arms out from underneath. Hug your knees into your chest. You did it. Let's draw some big circles on the ceiling. I'm going to engage your audio now. So as we make it a way to our stretch.
Coming up.
Everybody still alive there?
So far, so good.
That's good. Now take the circles the opposite way if you have not. Oh, mittens took my spot. Let's even out there with that. And we're going to lower the left leg down. Hug that right knee to your chest. Give your ankle a couple circles here. And then we're going to push that leg high to the sky. If you need your yoga strap, grab your yoga strap for support. And then we're going to point through the toe. Keep your spine neutral. Push through the heel. And point through the toe again. We're going to fold with that right leg. Same thing for the left. Hug that knee to the chest for a moment. Circle through the ankle if it needs a little extra love. If you did the other, make sure to do this one. Then we're going to flex the foot, push through the heel up to the sky. Keep your spine neutral. Use your hands for support or your yoga strap. We're going to use it in just a moment. Point through the toes. and push through the heel. We'll fold that leg down. Keep them a little wide once that foot arrives to the floor. Arms is out to the side. Easy spinal twist. Just let the knees fall to the right. Make sure they're separated so the feet are not on top of each other and the shins aren't either. With this next exhale, squeeze that left glute to bring the knee up to the sky. Let it release. Squeeze it up to the sky. Let it release. One more. Squeeze it up to the sky. And let it release. Breath here. Squeeze both glutes. Bring the knees up. Let them fall to the left. Adjust the feet as needed. So the feet shins are touching each other. Make this deeper when we get our yoga strap. Squeeze that right glute to bring the knee to the sky. Let it gently float back to the earth. Squeeze it up. Float it back to the earth. And squeeze it up. Float it back down. Give yourself another breath here. Hug your knees in for just a moment. Balance that out. Then we're going to grab our yoga strap. I should have mentioned that before I had you lie down. Hopefully you have it somewhere close. I'll keep babbling in case it wasn't super close and you have to come up and you can grab it.
I have a yoga strap.
If it has the loops on it and you've got it looped, take it, unhitch it there. So it's one long strap versus a big circle. Once you've got that, we're going to gently put it, I can speak here because I'm struggling with my strap. We're going to put it around your feet. Keep them close together as you press them up, going into candlestick. Use that strap for some support. So you've got one side in one hand and one side in the other hand. Pushing through the heel. Now what I'd like you to do is just gently draw your legs towards you so you're tipping forward or towards you through your pelvis. Look at your feet, put them on straight as if you were standing. And then let the legs go back and go on your pelvis. Hold here. Keep those feet straight so they're not going in and they're not going out. Staying on the pelvis, let those hamstrings stretch. Take them a little wider if you can, going through the hips. You can go as wide as you're comfortable. Go a little bit more if you can, but staying on your pelvis. Nice long legs, nice feet. If your feet were standing on the ceiling, take them one more degree out if you can. Everybody's feeling like a gymnast. I hope. Big breath here. Slowly keeping those flat feet. If you're standing on the ceiling, bringing them back into where you started in candlestick. Fold out through the knees with support and gently take one foot out at a time. Bring your strap in your hands so it's shoulder width apart. Knuckles are reaching to the sky. Take those feet apart wide to the corners of your mat. Let your knees fall back to the right in your twist. Hold on your strap now. Create some tension. Take those arms back overhead. If that's too deep, let the strap go. Keep that tension pulling apart on that strap, reaching back through the arms. And then just let the tension go. Let the arms melt into the ground. Big breath in. Big breath out. With that next breath, squeeze through the glutes to bring the feet back on the ground. Knees looking up. Gently lift your strap back up to the sky. Start to create that tension on it one more time, pulling it apart. Let your knees float over to the left. And then take the arms back if you can. If it's too much, go without the strap. And do just one if you need just one. If you still have that tension going, keep that tension going. One more breath. Then as you exhale, gently release the tension, release the strap, let your arms melt, let your shoulders melt, let your knees and hips melt into the ground. Slide our left leg long, turn the toes up. Slide the right leg to that right corner of the mat, toes are up. Taking each hand, left to the left side mat corner, right to the right side mat corner. Take a big, 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 big breath. Exhale, let everything go. And one more. Big, 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 big breath. Hold that breath. Reach for those corners of the mat with each limb. Exhale and let it go.
Yes, I'm here.
Give yourself a moment here before you start to draw the limbs in. Just find that spot that's comfortable for you. We had a very lively, vigorous practice today. And I'm very appreciative that we found a way that I can still help you take care of your bodies during this time. All feedback is welcome. Is every little thing I do that I can make these better for you, I will, until we can all be back in person again. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.